Hey y'all, Little Drummer Boy here, and today I'm just taking a ride out through the countryside here in Catawba County, North Carolina, and I'm gonna count the Biden and Trump signs. So here we go. We'll see how accurate the polls are. One thank you Jesus sign, I like that. Now right here, several. There's Trump in 20. That's one for Trump. At least one. I thought there was more than that back there. Here's my alma mater, Oxford Elementary School. Originally built in 1922. All that's left of the original school is the gym. My mom, my mama, and my aunt and Nan all taught there. There's a Trump sign. That's two. Dan Forrest sign. You can bet they're voting for Trump. There's a Trump sign. 3, 4, 5. Don't see any Biden signs out here in Catfish. Beautiful out here. Beautiful Saturday, Sabbath, October 24th, 2020. I hope you guys are all enjoying this beautiful day. It's like low 80s here in North Carolina. I think I'm getting ready to go take a swim and go fishing. Anyway, I hope you guys are all having a great Saturday. Corn's ready for harvest. Okay, how many did I say? I think we had 5. So here is Trump signs 6 and 7. Goat farm. There's a Trump flag. I'm counting flags too. That's 8. A lot of Dan Forrest signs too. Hopefully he will beat Kim Jong-Cooper, who thinks he's been our dictator for the last year. And who's obviously, keeping North Carolina shut down as much as he can to hurt the record Trump economy in an election year. It's despicable the way the Democrat politicians have acted during this coronavirus. I think that's 10. If I lose count, y'all forgive me. But I think you'll get the point that I'm making with this little ride out through the countryside near Claremont, North Carolina. The Dr. Hewitt House, an old Victorian house here built in 1898. I wish somebody would fix that up. It would be so beautiful if it was fixed up. And here's my alma mater, Bunker Hill High School, established 1954, where I graduated in 1988. That's right, if you thought a cold just wait until you Okay, now I'm going to turn and go back towards Claremont, and we're going to see who's winning the election in Claremont. Bunker Hill, they've added a lot onto it since I went to school there. I actually hauled the piping for the addition and the copper piping for Riverbend Middle School across the street. Mike Benfield, I know he supports Trump, although he doesn't have a sign out. Okay, now I'm getting on Bunker Hill School Road, and there's a lot of Trump signs here. Tried to clean my windshield before I shot this, and I made it even worse, I think. But you see, there's a Trump sign and Trump flag. There's a Trump flag. So that's what, 12? Zero for Biden. Fill up and sniff, little girls. Train riding, hiding, Joe Biden. Quid pro Joe. Quid pro Joe. Here's the Trump flag. That's 13. There's the Trump flag and the American flag. Those two things go together because, right now it's America versus the Democrats. The Democrats are full-blown communists these days. They hate the American way of life. They hate capitalism, and they hate freedom. And it's not the party of my grandparents or my dad anymore. It's they've turned hardcore left, and really knowing the business deals that they pulled off, that Hunter Biden and Joe did and everything, it's obvious that, and Hillary selling 20% of our bomb-making uranium to Russia for personal profit, millions of dollars in personal profit to the Clinton Foundation, and a $500 million speech for Bill that he gave in Moscow. It's pretty obvious that China runs the Democratic Party. The Chinese Communist Party and the Democratic Party have merged. And people like Biden has sold us out to China. Hillary sold us out to Russia. So you've got to figure the Democratic politicians are owned by their masters, Russia and China, because that's who's made them filthy rich. Biden has mansions all over the place. I think Rush said he has 2 mansions on the lake and maybe 2 on the beach. How do you get that on public servants' pay? Even as much as Congress makes, which is ridiculous. Okay, there's the Trump flag, so now we're up to 14, I believe. Let's get some music up in here. There we go, some Nirvana, that's good. All right, here we go. There's a bunch of Trump signs down through here on Lookout Street in Claremont. So that's 15. 16. 17. 18. My cousin Nikki Setzer's got a sign here. 19. At my cousin Jeannie's house, and right there is a Biden-Harris sign. I don't want you to get confused. Jeannie has the Trump sign, and here's another one, 21, 22 Trump signs, 23. Piss on Pelosi. I love it. But yeah, beside my cousin Jeannie's house, there's a Biden sign. We've seen 23 Trump signs and flags, and one Biden sign. And you know what that tells you about those people? That they're obviously a clueless Yankee import. And they ought to be ashamed even having such a sign up in Claremont. Probably getting the cold shoulder. I don't know, everybody's friendly here, but people like that aren't very looked upon well here. Because first of all, people are going to think you're an idiot for having that sign in your yard. Secondly, they're going to know, they're not from here. They're brainwashed liberal with Trump derangement syndrome. 24. No, wait, that was 25. There's a bunch here on Depot Street on Goshen Hill. 26. Trump's flag. 27. 28. And the American flag goes right with the Trump flag most times. Because like I said, it's no longer the Democratic Party. It's America versus the Chinese Communist Party. That's straight up what we're fighting against. Take a left here on Calvin Street. That's what we say, 28 for Trump. 28 for Trump and 1 for Biden. And honestly, I'm predicting call me on it if I'm wrong, but I won $100 in 2 state dinners on 2016 when all the pundits on Fox News and everywhere else got it wrong. I'm like, man, I need to be making millions of dollars telling them what's up, because they all got it wrong and I was right. I just looked at the crowd sizes at the rallies and stuff, Here's number 29. And I forgot what I was going to say there. Oh, yeah, I think it's going to be like this across the country too. I mean, I'm going to go out on a limb and say Trump wins all 50 states. I mean, defund the police. Who's going to vote for defund the police? Now, there's bad cops for sure. I've been victim of and framed on charges by bad cops before, but you know what? We have to have cops in a fallen world. I mean, cops and military are a necessary evil in a fallen world. We don't have to have them in heaven, but here we do. And that was 30 Trump signs. So I think it's going to be like that. I think it's going to be 50-0 Trump. I think he's going to win California and New York. Call me crazy. I could be wrong. If I'm wrong, I'll admit I'm wrong. But I also there's no Chevy Corvair. Check that out. I also don't trust the mail-in voting at all. I think the Democrats are trying to steal it because they know that Biden doesn't have a snowball's chance and where of winning. It's 32. My Aunt Lorraine and Uncle Jack have a Trump sign out here, 33. 34, there's another one. Trump flag, 35. Let's go out Rock Barn Road. There's a bunch of signs out here too. I mean, not Rock Barn Road, but wow, it's 84 degrees. I can't believe it. 84 degrees in late October. But up here on Oxford Street, there's a whole bunch of signs. And when I say we were up 2 for Trump, 32 for Trump, 1 for Biden. Y'all, these are the polls that really counts. The thousands of people that come to Trump rallies and the thousands that can't get in. The thousands of people in Trump boat, car, and motorcycle parades. The yard signs, these are the polls that really count. Most of the polls are done by fake news media, and of course they're trying to make it look like Trump's getting beat. They did that with Hillary. They're trying to suppress the vote, get you discouraged. Oh, Trump's going to get clobbered, so stay home on election day. Don't pay any mind to that. Okay, 34, 35, 33, 34, 35, 36. Such a beautiful day. I can see storm clouds coming over the Brushy Mountains there in Alexander County over there. So I better get my swim and my fishing in if I'm going to. Here's the equestrian park at Rock Barn. Isn't that beautiful? I should have my Trump flag flying on my car. If I count that, I've got it in the back seat. I always take it down when I'm away from the car for fear somebody will vandalize it. You know, people are crazy these days. This used to be the Rock Barn plantation that was owned by the Hogue family. And the old barn is still down here. This house was built in 1869, so it wasn't the original plantation house right there. And then there's the barn. The back side of it still has rock, and that's what Rock Barn is named after, that Rock Barn right there. Well, what's left of the Rock Barn. And cross Lyle Creek and go up the hill here at Rock Barn Road.